Jason Sanders set to kick off.
The ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And we're off and running from Raymond James. Return starts at the 9. Showing a little burst so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
35-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run by Irving. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Baker now from the gun. His first throw is an interception. Kevin Winston with the INT. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I gotta imagine facing a defense in the bottom half of the league had these guys excited, Brock, but cue the old record scratch sound effect as that defense forces an opening drive turnover.
Yeah, just a reminder for this quarterback that decision-making each and every week is at a premium, and don't look at the stats. Study your opponent.
And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself...
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Down! Pack at 60, pack!
They fake the handoff, now Richardson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when we evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Cut down the field. It's Pitts. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. I know it's early, Brock, but that felt kind of big. A lot of momentum generated from that turnover was about to disappear if they didn't convert.
Yeah, there actually is some pressure on this opening series to score. I know pressure's a privilege, but that turnover gave him some early momentum, but it won't just...
And he's going to score a touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Buccaneers, nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Things going well so far. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
At their own 38-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Run, run, run. King, king, king! Stop!
They give to Irving to start this drive. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Reek Woolen.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs. Kate, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
180! Pistol, pistol, pistol. What's that?
3rd and short, Mayfield. He finds Worthy complete. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. It's like you always say, right back to work for him, getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game, and you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
At the Colts' 32-yard line.
Good. 180. What's up?
From the gun, Mayfield. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 3rd down.
I can promise you that is a throw. It's a quarterback when it leaves your hands. You do not want to flirt with as this game goes on. That is a prime one that DB can cut off and take the other way.
180. What's up?
3rd down, here's Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left with 4th down here.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
180. Hey, alert, 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 alert. What's up?
Here we go, it's Mayfield. Throw is caught by the back. And I don't think he got to the marker. Looked a little short, and yep, indeed, he's marked short. This is a turnover on downs.
Result of the play.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up 2nd down.
Playing zone coverage in the NFL, we focus so much on the safeties and corners, but so many times it's the linebackers that are the X factors. They make that zone defense go. Tremendous awareness to knock that ball away.
He throws a bullet to the center of the... It connects on the deep shot. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. A pickup of 17, and it'll be first down Colts.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Colts.
Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Incomplete. Jacob coverage.
Back to the air, it's Richardson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. He'll come up on 1st and 10.
A gain of 14. First down, Indianapolis.
Play action with Richardson. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Buccaneers will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back! Because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
180. What's up?
Baker out of the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me. with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
He connects with the rookie from LSU. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. Straight ahead, it's Irving. Still has some space inside the 35. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Bucs have the first.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
First down, here's Baker. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. He's off to the races. And the Colts are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Let's go. 19 Lions. Come 19. Dragon 60.
Richardson now on first and 10. That's caught at the 4. And they are going to be in great shape here. He gets this down to 6.
Okay, ready?
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Working inside the red zone. He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts parlay the interception into points. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Colts drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Bucs to the line. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. Back to the well again. Along the right sideline, there's space. And in, touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers lower the deficit to a single possession. Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Returnable from the 1. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Ready?
2nd and 10. Again, it's Richardson. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And the Buccaneers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
180. What's up?
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Setting up the screen. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Complete to Bucky Irving. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 14-7 game. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're looking at 2nd and 4.
Pistol. What's up?
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Colts are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run it. Run it.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Finds a seam, left side. He's off to the races. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Colts double their lead to 14.
21. Buccaneers 7. Jason Sanders.
Sanders all set to send it away. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Irving on the inside give. Room to work at the 35. And he's finally brought down at the 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
1st down throw here. Mayfield. Headed out right. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, we're so often in today's game looking for this, that escapability, and I love that, getting out of harm's way. Now you just got to find a way to make the connection on the other end.
Kings, 180. Point it right. Hey, alert 33. Real.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield again. Escapes the pocket. And they pick him off again. Kevin Winston with the INT. And the Colts take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. They've helped them get this early lead, Brock, and they are just continuing to do their part to try to push this game further out of reach.
Yep, stepping on the gas. That's twice in a row now. Interceptions the last 2 drives. And now this offense has an opportunity to continue to build the momentum and build on this lead.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts parlay the interception into points. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Sanders all set to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. Getting a pistol formation here first as they come to the line. Dive play straight ahead. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, second down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 31-yard line.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Alert, 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 alert. 180. Up, up. Done.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard.
Run, run, run. 180.
They'll indeed go for this. It's Mayfield. Got his man. It's Auden. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
180. Done.
Baker now from the gun. Short pass brought in. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. This play goes for 36. And that will be a Tampa Bay first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Finds a nice lane there, and that's good for 6 yards.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run, but I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Set. 180.
Mayfield throwing on 4th. He can't get away. They get the sack and force a turnover on down.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's a gain of 6.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. New set of downs from 37. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Finds him on the crossing route. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Once more now, it's Richardson. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Sanders all set to send it away. Has this at the 6. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Bucs to the line. 1st and 10.
180. What's up?
Mayfield now from the gun. Hits his tight end on the corner route. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. 35 on the pickup. And the Bucs have the first. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
20.
1st down, looking to throw. Mayfield. Out left, Worthy makes the ground. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. They gain 11 on that play. And that will be a Tampa Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Run. 180. What's up?
Irving here from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
180. Kings. Hey, alert 33.
From the gun, Mayfield. And the Colts get to him. Down he goes. And the sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Mecca Buka, the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that lowers the gap to 25 points.
It's only 3 points, and they're going to still trail at halftime, but every little bit helps. And I'll tell you this as well. It also helps maybe later in the game. You got a 4th quarter clutch kick to have that confidence built. That's important.
From his own end zone, here we go. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Buying some time right. He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football. Man, he has already been burned twice in this opening half, Brock, and That probably should have been the trifecta, just avoiding his third interception.
Now he's going to have to look in the mirror and make some serious adjustments here, because that third pick, if he keeps making these kind of decisions, that third pick's a coming. You cannot be this careless with the football.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third
They just get the play off. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Play action with Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, Panther 11, Panther 11.
They fake the handoff, now Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And they've got a little extra distance now to make up here on second down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass.
They're on him again, and he goes down again. It's a repeat of the last play. That's going to bring them to third down.
It's third down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he rips off good.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
He has it at the 13. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's first and 10.
Hey, alert, 180. What's up?
There's the give to Irving. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
Baker out of the pistol. On him quick, and they bring him down. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
It's now third down.
They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this first down. Third and long for him here. Got a screen to the running back. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. Fourth down coming up. So here's Jack Brownie to punt this one away. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Starts his return from the 23. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set. First and 10. Play fake. It's Richardson. Into the hands of Tucker. Complete. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Working from the gun. It's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down Colts.
19, Charger, 19, top 70.
First and 10 at the
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one like this, it's over. Over.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Here he goes, third and long. Has a man on target to Thornton. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops.
Okay, ready?
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
That's another.
Throwing now, Richardson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Play action, it's Richardson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up fourth down. Offense in the hurry up here. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. He's got it. That's going to be a first and more. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll try and punch it in. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. All right, here we go. Second down.
Brings up second and goal.
Top 19.
At the
Top 19.
Buccaneers'
Here we
7-yard
go. Here we
line.
go. 60. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 70. Timber Wolf. Check.
Throwing now off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. Pressure's there, and the Bucs got him. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
Come on. Come on. Set. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open.
And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Colts keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bucs to the line. First and 10. Mayfield with a blitz coming. Connects on the crosser. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. There's a dive up the middle. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up second and 6.
Second and 6.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. 180.
Baker now from the gun. Finds a seam down the middle. Hits the 20. And he's going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers take a small chunk off that lead. Now they'll try the point after. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Buccaneers will trail by 25.
Buccaneers 17.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
16 yards. That's good for a Colts. 1st down.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Colts who have possession, and this one looking pretty well decided already. Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Throwing the out route complete. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. We've set it down from the 37.
Colts 1st down.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain.
Okay, ready?
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Taking a shot for the end zone. And he takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts keep running away with this.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Buccaneers 17.
Sanders all set to send it away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tampa Bay bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Setting him on the dive. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
180.
Back-to-back carries here. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
Kings. What's up?
They take the hands off. Now it's Mayfield. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Colts got him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
It's a fake from deep on their own half. This is caught, and they'll bring him down, but not before the fake gets them a 1st down.
I love the aggressiveness of that call. Be aggressive. B-E aggressive. B-E-A-G-G-R-E-S-S-I-V-E and the special teams on it.
And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Mayfield thrown out of the pistol. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Brought in inside the 20. And he will get it down to the 16-yard line. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Throwing again is Baker. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
They'll throw, third and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And he finds him in the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers putting up points in a game decided. That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers will trail by 25.
49. Buccaneers 24.
Well, the win may be lost, but their effort certainly isn't. They're going to try to get this one back after the score. And the Colts are able to bring in the kick. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it, even if they do recover that.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. Lasers this one, deep down the middle. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play. And the Buccaneers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. All set now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
And he finds him in the end zone for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers make it an 18-point game.
49. Buccaneers 31.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Colts are able to bring in the kick. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
This is thrown towards a defender instead. Man, he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That one complete to Pitts. And And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone.
19 yards.
How about 19 yards on fourth down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
A gain of 19
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
First down.
Sticking to the air here. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts keep adding to that fourth quarter lead.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one splits the uprights. And the Colts continue piling on to this lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's first and 10.
Good. 180. Hey, alert 33. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Stand.
From the gun, Mayfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage is waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be third and long.
Brings up third down and 10.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
Alert, alert. Good. 180. Run, run, run. Point it right, point it right, point it right. What's that?
Third down. Here's Mayfield. Downfield, and he's got McMillan. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
McMillan. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Pistol, pistol, pistol. What's that?
Throwing again. It's Mayfield. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Good. Kings, Kings, Kings. What's that?
Baker throwing again. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Third and long, they're going to throw. And they pick him off again! And the Colts are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard
First and 10 from the 32. They're going to pass it here. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
For Sean McKeon, incomplete. Jacob Parrish on the coverage.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Now, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
And air it out on third. Forced out to his right. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And this isn't going to get it. So they stop him a few yards short. That's a turnover on downs.
This running back has had himself a day. Not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense. Keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here. Coming to the line for another first and 10. They give it to him again. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And they pick him off again! And the Colts are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. Bounced it outside, but still no luck as he's brought down at the line. 2nd down coming up.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Another carry for him. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. Well, Brock, the playoffs didn't materialize for them this year, but at least they were able to rally together here in this final week and close the campaign out with a victory.